Welcome to another episode of Sanford Says. My name is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford. And today we have a special guest with us, Dustin Gioertz. He is the event coordinator for, drum roll, I want to do like a drum roll, Pints and Paws, which is an incredible event that's coming up in just a couple of weeks here in the City of Sanford. Hi, Dustin.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome. We're going to be talking about Pints and Paws, an incredible event. Like I said, it's going on, rain or shine. I see that here on your Facebook post. But it's a craft beer festival, and it's called Pints and Paws for a reason. You want to get into that, and for those listeners who may not be familiar with it, and how people can get tickets and what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure. So this is, we do a lot of events throughout the year. And they're all pretty much charity-driven events, but this is the big one. This is the one that we go all out for, and all the money we raise goes towards local pet rescues. Pet Rescue by Judy obviously has been one of the biggest that we've been supporting for years with Pints and Paws.
Yeah.
And this year is actually really important for us. She needs a lot of help with her backyard over there right now.
Okay.
It needs a lot of work, new fencing, new concrete, new everything. So we are pushing hard to break some records this year and raise a lot of money for her. Last year we were able to raise $65,000 for the local pet rescue.
That is incredible.
Yeah,
wow.
This year we're pushing to try to hit 100,000 this year for our 10-year anniversary.
And thank you to all the people that participate, your sponsors and everybody that can push you to that mark, and all the attendees and the people that vendors, whichever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a huge undertaking. And it's Saturday, March 26th.
Yep, from 2 to 6, or you can get your VIP tickets, which gives you an extra hour at 1 o'clock.
Okay, and so that sounds good, to me.
Because there's a lot of people that come out. And it might, VIP tickets are $55 and then regular is $45.
Okay.
And that's the pre-sales right now. You can get those at pintsandpaws.com. But the nice thing about this event is just such a big, fun event that there's thousands of people that just come to be there. So, if you want to go and you don't drink beer, it is an awesome day out there to go and hang out and be a part of it. We've got so many things going on, so many awesome vendors, so many local businesses that participate.
Right.
So, you get to really see a lot and be a part of a really cool day.
Right. And we're not talking about ice cream pints, right? We're talking about it's a craft beer festival, right? And so if you buy if you buy your VIP tickets in advance, what does that get you versus the regular
The
entry?
VIP tickets, you get like the T-shirt, you get the extra hour, you get a koozie, and that's pretty much it. And then you can also buy a commemorative glass as well. That's separate from VIP or VIP, but yeah, you can get that, and that'll give you some bigger pours.
Okay.
But really, you do not need that. We've got about 100 to 120 breweries out there, so you have all the sampling you can handle.
Okay, and so we may mention it is in downtown Sanford. We're just assuming everybody knows that.
I know.
But yes, so it is in the heart of downtown.
Yes,
and
the famous El Collective down there is what we call it. Between 1st Street and 3rd on Palmetto, and then between Sanford Ave and Magnolia. On 2nd.
So,
and then actually with this event, it's also up Sanford Ave too, from 2nd to 3rd as well. So it's a big footprint.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot of street closures, but everything's clearly marked, correct?
Very much, yeah.
And
we'll have some maps out there that show you kind of what area, what breweries are in. Down by Buster's down there, we usually put more big European beers down on that end. Right in the middle in front of West End, we've got a lot of the bigger brands out there.
Okay.
Then we've got a nice little craft area that's going to go down Palmetto in front of Celery. So we're kind of organizing it out in little ways too, so it's easy to navigate when you're out there.
Yeah. So we bring your
Bring your dog.
bring your dogs, actually.
We've seen some
whatever's
goats
on a
out
leash.
there. We've seen some ponies out there. We've seen a couple of things.
Really?
People will bring some animals, but it is very, very much so dog friendly. Everyone brings their dogs. We put out kiddie pools all over the place for the dogs to keep cool. We've got a lot of tents and shade with the businesses that are all there. They're all open for business, and they've got AC, food, and drink.
Okay.
And a lot of the businesses accommodate for the pets that day too, and make sure that they have plenty of water bowls and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely encouraged to bring your pet if it's friendly and likes to be around people. There is a lot of people though. So
Right, I
if it's
know.
a nervous dog, maybe leave it at home.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is there any recommendation about, I mean, you're not a veterinarian, but I mean, you've done this year after year,
Yeah.
you know, you have to know about your own pet, take responsibility,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
On your
Yeah,
own
and
pet.
most people that own a pet are pretty aware of what they can and can't do. So
Yeah,
we hope that everybody uses their best judgment.
yeah.
But we've never really had any issues with dogs not getting along or playing nice. So that's nice. 10 years into it,
Yeah,
knock on wood.
it's so great. I've personally been there, and we're going again this year ourselves and bringing some friends too. So with the 2 to 6 p.m. general admission, does that cost to get in? Is everybody have to pay to
No,
get
no.
to the
So
event?
you can go. The cost covers your beer sampling.
Okay.
Outside of the beer sampling, that's what that gets you.
Okay.
So it's a wristband type of deal.
Okay.
If you come and you don't want to do the beer sampling or you don't want to pay the admission or anything like that, it's still free to attend. You
I
can
see.
come and hang out, and like I said, all the businesses and the street clothes are all open. They've all got deals going on. You go
Okay.
grab a bite to eat and check out the scenery, and it's really fun time, big community kind of event, with everybody out there with their families and
It
everything.
is.
Yeah.
It is. And so can you buy a t-shirt without buying a ticket?
Absolutely.
Oh, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So people
Sunshine State Threads will have all of it.
Okay, great. That's good to know too. And so also are they going to have that dog contest again for next year's poster?
Absolutely. That's how we pick our poster dog every year.
Okay, so
when you get there, we'll have a photography booth set up, and you can enter your dog in a picture contest. And if your dog ends up winning, they become the poster dog for the next year.
yeah, and so I wanted to mention it's your 10th annual.
Yes.
10 years.
10 years. It would
Wow.
have been 11, but we had to skip one.
Right,
But
right.
yes, this is our 11th year, but our 10th anniversary or 10th event now.
Okay, and primarily what organization? Is it just several organizations that are the founders of Pints and Paws, or what's the history about that?
Paul Williams
Dustin?
came up with this, years ago, and it's everybody loves dogs.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Pretty
Everybody
simple.
loves dogs. I do a lot of events with downtown Sanford, and it's mainly with Paul and Shane with Celery City.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, most all the events we do down there are charity-driven events.
They are.
And we do a lot of them, and every single one of them has a charity attached to it.
Yeah.
So this was just another way to figure out how to attach a charity to another event.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
raise some money.
that is wonderful, and for such a great cause, and for this nonprofit Pet Rescue by Junie. I know there's others, but that's a local pet rescue in Sanford here, right across from our paw park. And to hear that she's in such need, and to be able to help her and
Yep.
those dogs and cats too.
Absolutely.
I mean, in her rescue is wonderful. It
Yeah.
really is.
And it's nice to be able to keep it local too. When you
Right.
are working with so many local businesses that put so much into it as well, that it's all staying local is exciting.
Yeah, and I'm going through your Facebook page here, and this is really cool. You have these woof outs. I
Yeah.
think a shout out. I figured it
Yeah.
out.
The woof out.
So all of your, I guess, sponsors. Is that what
Yeah.
that is? And
Yeah.
so who you got sponsored this year? You have sponsors. Looks like
Houndstown is our presenting sponsor this year.
Houndstown, okay.
They're really awesome. They sponsored last year as well. They are opening a second location, and they will be our presenting sponsor this year again, which is exciting. And then we've got so many other sponsors.
Yeah.
It's a list. Like
Yeah.
I said, this is one of those events. Everybody loves dogs, so
Yeah.
a lot of people come out and support this event and help raise the money.
So where's Houndstown? Is that
There's one in Orlando and one here in Sanford, I think, opening up.
like a pet? It's a pet rescue for dogs.
No, it's like a doggy daycare. It's a dog
doggy-
hotel. Yeah.
Oh, okay, a doggy daycare. And so if someone's interested in sponsoring, they're listening to this or knows somebody who owns a business or just would like to help, how do they get in touch with somebody for even if you're filled this year or for next year? What's the best way? Reach you, Dustin? Or
Yeah, and really the easiest way for for Pints and Paws is to go to pintsandpaws.com. If you go down to the bottom of the page, there are sponsor options all down there.
Okay.
And you can do it right online. And you can also get your tickets there and everything. That's going to have all your information all year long.
Okay, and the hours again, it is...
It is 2 to 6 unless you get that VIP ticket for $10 extra, and then it is from 1 to 6.
Okay, great. And that's in the heart of downtown Sanford. And I'm reading on your Facebook page, it's a unique craft beer festival, one that you could share with your favorite pet. The premise of the event is a festival that you buy a ticket to, then sample fine craft beers and check out vendor booths, all while hanging out on the bricks of 2nd Street in downtown Sanford. Hosted by the West End Trading Company in beautiful and historic downtown Sanford. Great. And it does, like you said, Pints and Paws teamed up with local nonprofits like Pet Rescue by Judy to raise some money for our four-legged friends. And 100% of the proceeds from this event go to charity. Thank you.
100%.
That is wonderful. That really is. And what a great philanthropist Paul Williams is, and his whole team. That is wonderful. And so
it does. It takes a big team to put this together.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody I work with so much, because it is not a one-man job. It is many people are involved to pull something like this off.
And speaking of that, you have volunteers, right? I mean, is there opportunity for people to volunteer?
There's always opportunity for people to volunteer. We probably have 50 to 60 volunteers for this event usually. It's a lot of people. And volunteering is anything from cleanup to help pouring beers. A lot of breweries, they are able to donate beer but don't have the reps to come out and pour, so we have volunteers that pour for certain breweries sometimes. So it's a fun day. It's a fun job, and you get to drink beer while you're volunteering too. So
Yeah, and I believe there's vendors out there too for pet supplies and things.
Lots of vendors out there. I think 20 or 30 vendors, something like that, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll have right now we're looking at about 20, 30 vendors and about 120 breweries.
Yeah, this is always such a great event. Pints and Paws Craft Beer Fest in Sanford, Florida. Dustin, is there anything else that you'd like to say about this event? I mean, thanks so much for your hard work.
No, I appreciate you having us on to talk about this event. It is definitely one of the top favorite events for me to put together, so it's always exciting when it comes around to this time of year. Just thanks to the community for always letting us do this and supporting it.
And I think I've asked you this last year when you're on the podcast, but do you have a dog yourself?
I sure do.
What kind of dog?
Absolutely. My dog is an Australian cattle dog lab mix. So she is real lazy, though. But she's been with me for almost 13 years now.
Okay. Yeah. What's her name?
Coco.
Coco. Is she a chocolate lab looking like dog? We have a chocolate lab, too. Named Azalea. Yeah, they're great
she's
dogs.
She's like a chocolate lab with like the little spots from the Australian cattle dog and a spotted tongue and everything.
Okay.
And she's 14 years old, but still going strong.
So you've had her since puppy?
Since she was about 1, which I got from a local animal rescue here, Animal Advocates.
Yeah,
and actually we'll be working with them for Pints and Paws as well. They're also a really awesome local pet rescue that I've known for many years. There's a couple of them out here in Sanford, and we appreciate all of them.
Yeah, I mean, Judy is a saint. I can tell you, right? I mean,
you.
Both of our dogs came from pet rescues. Yeah. The chocolate lab puppy, and we have a Siberian husky mix, who both of them came from Judy. And just, the things that Judy does for animals who are helpless, and just incredible. And to partner up with her, it does.
It takes so much time and effort and money and everything to be able to do that. I mean, it's your entire life. You know? Everybody that I know that's in the animal rescue game, that is their life.
It is.
Nothing else.
It is. Yeah. And Judy they'll be there. Of course, they'll have. I remember they always have a vendor booth, and I even think adoption. They may have this year or not.
We don't do the adoption out there because people don't. We don't really like mixing the drinking and adoptions. Sometimes it leads to adoptions that maybe they weren't really ready for. So we try to avoid that, but you can get everything worked out and set up so you are able to go do the adoption.
Okay, great point.
Can't adopt them on the spot because.
Sure, that makes total sense. Yeah.
We don't want somebody getting a little tipsy going, you know what, I'll take $5.
Right. I was going to say that.
Give me all the puppies.
Yeah, like the 101 Dalmatians.
Exactly.
But, thank you, Dustin. This has been really just a great episode for me because I always love Pints and Paws personally, and just interviewing you and talking about something that's so good for the community for members of our community. Yeah. So... that's really wonderful.
Well, I'm always happy to come in.
Yes. All right. Well, say hi to Paul. I know he couldn't be
sure
here today
will.
as he's a busy man.
Yes.
But we'll catch him on Saturday. I'm sure he'll be out there.
Yes, you will.
Say hi to Paul.
Absolutely.
So that's Pints and Paws, which is a craft beer festival in downtown Sanford on March 26th. Rain or shine, with 3 exclamation points. 1 to 6 p.m. is for VIP tickets, which are how much?
55 in
55
advance right now.
in advance, and when you're at
65 day of.
Okay.
And then general admission is 40 or 50 day of.
Okay, and you don't have to purchase a ticket. You can walk around, or
You can just go walk around. The ticket gets you the beer samples.
but the ticket gets you
Yep.
the beer samples.
You need the wristband for the beer samples. Everything else you can come and enjoy. And there's food trucks as well.
Right.
So, there's a lot of things to do.
And admire everybody else's dog. Oh, your dog's so cute. So's your dog. That
Exactly.
kind of thing.
Exactly.
Can I pet your dog? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you so much again, Dustin. This is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford. Thank you again for listening to Sanford Says, and we'll catch you next time. You can follow this podcast wherever you subscribe to your favorite podcast and on the city website at sanfordfl.gov. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye.